Hey, hey, how's it going? If you're new here, my name is Jan and I love makeup. And if you're not new, thanks for coming back. I really appreciate you. Today's video is episode 70 in the Throwback Thursday series I'm doing using old makeup. Not oogie old, just not talked about old. And today's palette of choice is the Nomad Cosmetics Cloud Forest palette. And shockingly enough, I was on the phone with Dallas and he said, let me pick out your eyeshadows. You need 3, right? And I said, I need 5. So he picked out 3, 9, 10, 12, and 18. 3, 9, 10, 12, and 18. Yes. So I'm going to do a look using those 3 shades. I figured this was like kind of a twofer. It's a really fun summer palette. It was released in summer last year, and I get to play with another palette that I genuinely thoroughly enjoy. So I'm going to zoom you in a bit, throw on some shadow shields, and we'll just tuck into a quick look. Okay, so I'm gonna start out with this dark green shade here called Glass Wings. That would have been number 3 in Dallas's lineup. So I'm gonna use my gently used Refer 13. Just gonna clean it off on my little towel. I haven't washed my makeup brushes in a couple of days, so we're just gonna pack this on the outer corner of my eye. I really liked this palette when it came out. I've used it so many times, and every time I really enjoy the looks that I get. It's just so fun. It is definitely a green heavy palette, but I don't mind. I really like the quality of these eyeshadows. It is exactly what you'd expect from Nomad. It's very nice. I almost used the Paradise Islands palette. In my time, Leanie had a recital yesterday, and one of the colors in that palette matched her little leotard perfectly, so they used that for her stage makeups. But Dallas picked this one, so this is what I'm using. I think he's just overseeing the Paradise Islands palette. You gotta love good supporto dad. And he is too. Oh my gosh. If I can get the picture of them from yesterday, I'll insert it here. It's so stinking cute. Dallas is 6'4" and more than 300 pounds. He's a very big dude. And Leanie's 9, so, and he's all, you know, serious, grown-up dad type person. And she's just so happy and excited to be doing what she's doing. It's a really cute picture. I like that a lot. Now I'm going to go in with this green shade right here called Green Vine Snake. This might be my most favorite shade in this palette, which I know sounds nutty, but every time I put it on my eye, I have loved it so much. So I'm going to take my Singe Beauty E08, which is the big fluffy brush, and I'm going to go into Green Vine Snake, and that's going to be like the transition / crease shade. I have hooded eyes, so everything has to go up a little higher than it normally would if I want it to show, which I do, so I'll just fake it. It was really cool seeing Leanie perform yesterday. I mean, it was just a couple of minutes really of her on stage, but she's like, she had to have been the tallest girl in her class. She's so tall. But Dallas is, like I said, like 6'4", so she's got a pretty good chance of getting some height. That's so pretty. Love this palette. I know it's not everyone's idea of a good time, which is fine. Like, obviously not everything is for everyone. I just really like it. I have a whole Nomad playlist. Oh, I have a a code with Nomad as well. If you were wanted to pick something up, you can save 10% using my code, which is just Jan, all caps. All right, so there's 2 of the shades. Let's go in with, I think for the shimmers, we'll use Magical Mist on the outer and Wildlife Wonderland on the inner, and then I'm going to use that yellow as my inner corner highlight shade. When that one came up, I was very, very excited. So we're going to start with Magical Mist, which is the darker of the 2 on my Sinja Beauty E01. I cannot wait for Angelica to release these and sell them individually, because I don't necessarily love the 2 like fluffy blender type brushes that came with the set, but I absolutely adore the E01, the E08 that I just used, and the E04. This is my go-to for lower lash line every time I do my makeup now. Literally every time. For whatever reason, it just makes the eyeshadows go on exactly where I want them. You know, I have pretty wrinkly under eyes, and so sometimes, depending on the brush I use and how closely I'm paying attention, things can get a little out of hand. But with that brush, it just goes where I need it to, and that's it, which is absolutely lovely. And this one could not be better for picking up shimmers or even mattes and applying them to the lid or the inner portion of the lid, especially if you have, now we're going to go in with Wildlife Wonderland, which is the brighter green, especially if you have small or hooded eyes. Oh man, look at that. I mean, cannot complain. And not for nothing, this is dry. I haven't really been wetting eyeshadows much. I just like the way they look with this brush dry. So I'm gonna go finish up the other eye, do my whole face. I'm probably just gonna use the dark matte green on the outer portion of my lower lash line, the light matte green on the inner, and I'll come back and together we'll do the bright yellow inner corner highlight shade. All right, I'm back. Obviously, the rest of my face is on. All that is left is to use this yellow toucan shade right there on the inner corner. I mean, I brought the shimmery green all the way in, but I really want the yellow to be the inner corner highlight. Let me just adjust my mirror. And I'm gonna use my Sinja Beauty E01 and that yellow. I love yellow eyeshadow. I don't know why necessarily, but I think that looks so cool. Funny enough, I think Mike and I are gonna film after I get done with this video where he judges my makeups. I wonder what he'll have to say about this one. All right, let's zoom in for an up close at the eyes. And now I will zoom you out and we can wrap this video up. All right, there we go. That is episode 70, done and dusted. I love how this eyeshadow came out. I think it looks so fun. Very summery with the green and the yellow, but also deep enough that you're like, oh, okay, that's totally wearable. So let me know what you think down below. And did you get this palette when it came out? Do you still have it? Do you use it? Did you pass? All the things. I really enjoy chatting with you in the comment section. So I'm looking forward to doing that. Hopefully you liked this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, give it a thumbs down. Either way, I appreciate you hanging out with me today. Be good and remember to be kind to you.